I love you, Nora. Do you love me?
Oh, I don't know, Jeff.
You want to dance with me?
Sure.
Gender roles is something that comes up a lot these days.
Who we are, the way we live, it's the little things that gradually build up, and that is what can make or break a relationship, I think.
Your love life is put on display.
I have to think of
When I was a little girl, I would pretend I was a princess trapped in the tower, and then this knight on a white horse would come charging up and rescue me.
Growing up, we were brought up with the typical gender roles set by society. With the emergence of social media, there are so many things we are easily influenced by, and one of it being Instagram. Over 1 billion people use or have Instagram, and the numbers keep on increasing. But there's a catch. Of course, there must be pros and cons. Orden said, with the emergence of technology, it has suggested that social media purposely reconfigures socialization of individuals. So let's dive in deeper. To be more specific, let's talk relationships. How far is relationship affected by the gender roles set on Instagram? To understand, I asked a few couples to find out.
Okay, my name is Ilyas bin Mokhtar. I'm 20 years old.
My name is Nur Shara Arina binti Mir Sharifuddin, and I am 21 years old.
I'm Lisa. I'm 22.
Muhammad Amir Afiq, 23.
I am Anna. I am 23 years old.
I'm Adin. I am 24 years old.
Before we start, what is gender roles? Gender roles are roles encompassing a range of behaviors and attitudes that are generally considered acceptable, appropriate, or desirable for a person based on the perceived sex. Basically, these are some of the examples. So what makes a perfect relationship? What makes it ideal?
Companionship. Because it's not about how you depend on them for happiness, but knowing they can give you happiness also. I guess affirmation, how you care for each other unconditionally,
Like being transparent with each other and, not hiding anything.
Both male and female have that trust. Like they trust each other.
A relationship where they communicate a lot.
But sometimes with perfection, there must be expectations.
Sometimes I do expect him to know more about things that guys should know more. But yeah, in terms of like money-wise or things that society have put our head onto, he's been excellent at that.
I feel like it does sometimes because as a woman, you would want to feel more special. So it means more if the man plans it. Tapi if he does it pun tak apa because I know I will. So either way, that thing will happen no matter who plans it. Just I feel like the gender role makes me expect it more, but to me it doesn't really matter if he does it or not. And do I feel like he has to behave a certain way? In situations I do, but not time. I accept him as whole.
Okay. I didn't expect that from him. And I think it's not fair for you to just expect him to do all of the work and stuff. So from my part, I tried my best to make it equal, but yeah, I think I depend more on Ilyas than Ilyas do on me.
In certain situations, the gender role thing ada kena-mena in relationship ke macam saya cakap tadi yang you bagi example man kena buat plan for dinner or something like that, tapi sebenarnya in certain situation dua-dua boleh plan for dinner, dua-dua boleh buat apa-apa yang diorang nak, it's all about communication and ajak je lah.
To understand further, I contacted with Miss Farisa, a children, adolescent and family psychologist.
Okay. That's actually the main part about that, of course, is about certainty. Because in relationship, whenever people involve themselves in relationship, because of course they want that relationship to be, last long forever. So having that gender roles, at least help the partners to feel certain with the partner and to feel certain that we are going to last long, something like that. At least they are sure, okay, because you have your roles, I have my roles, so we are going to work together, playing our part, playing our roles, so we will go, like a long lasting relationship.
Relational uncertainty is a degree of confidence individuals have in their perceptions of involvement with interpersonal relationships. Endorsing traditional gender roles may serve to clarify rather than to confuse individuals as they endeavor to establish and understand their close relationships. Like Ms. Farisa said, certainty is important to indicate an individual if they are compatible and if they are confident to be together. So what does this have to do with Instagram? A study made by Anjan, a behavior therapist, stated that attempting to measure up to curated and filtered posts that only highlight unrealistic images of what a relationship is can lead to disappointment and resentment. So is this true? Has RG somewhat set a standard on how relationships should be?
Okay, I feel like yes, Instagram does put like a standard or a level on how relationships should be, how these things and all that. And honestly speaking, since I started dating way back in like a decade ago, I've always looked to that. I've always wanted things like that. I wanted surprises, I wanted gifts, presents, I wanted to feel appreciated.
Okay, all right. So maybe once upon a time, on dumber days, dumber years, tapi it's never really anything major also, because like I guess when Instagram was like kind of new and like I didn't really know that it was phony. I guess like maybe I thought that everything that people post is authentic, therefore like this may be certain ways to treat women, or like certain ways a man should act, but then now I know it's phony. So back in the day, macam like giving flowers, you want to ask for specifics, right? Like macam every girl and their mom will post a photo of them getting flowers, and then you think like truly flowers is the shit. But then now I realize actually it's better to just send flowers anytime.
I think yes. Because for instance, Valentine's Day, it's hard to see a girl giving the guy something like a bouquet of flowers, right? Usually the guy would buy the girl the flowers. So in my mind, like, okay, maybe during Valentine's Day I should be the one getting. Yeah. So but it's not totally 100% I feel that way, because when I met Elias, then I was like, I want to do something for him. I want to give him something, not only for Valentine's Day. So it affected my perception before I met Elias, but when I was in that relationship with Elias, my perceptions changed.
So does gender roles in Instagram play a huge part in the relationship?
Yeah, I mean I would say no, because I think I don't have any like macam direct like gender role model, if that makes any sense, because like my parents aren't exactly very lovey-dovey, show affection kind of thing. So my idea of what love is very much informed by like the choices I make myself, and then those choices are not tied to gender roles per se.
I think in our relationship anyways, in my perspective, that it does follow some gender role, like, but like it's like how do I say it? It's like out of my control lah, because whenever we go on dates anyway, Miss will always pay for it anyway. So in our relationship, he is the provider already. So I think that's the only aspect I think that our relationship has in following gender roles.
I don't think it plays a huge part in my relationship, but it does play a part. Yeah, because I mean, typically and logically saying, like the basic stuff, macam what a guy should do. Here comes the stereotypes lah kan. What a guy should do, like macam
Angkat barang, angkat ni.
Yeah, logically, you don't expect a woman to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, betul. So that's why I say it does play a part, but it doesn't play a huge part. Meaning to say, kalau your boyfriend tak ada, takkan you nak call him just to say, can you help me angkat barang? You know, you understand, right? Yeah. So I feel like that's my answer lah for your question.
I don't think it plays like a huge part, but it does play a part lah. But it's not huge.
Situation je macam I cakap before this yang tak adalah semua situation kita orang macam ikut lah. Kalau nak pergi makan,
situational lah.
Lelaki plan lah, macam tu lah. Tak adalah every time semua lelaki je kena buat kan. So, give and take.
It may be natural to assume that more support for conventional gender norms will lead to less ambiguity, and that less ambiguity will lead to better relationship happiness. That's not really the case for most times. That's why we have relational satisfaction, which is subjective evaluation on one's relationship. Gender roles in Instagram have changed within the years, and people are more aware of that. Couples on Instagram are more media literate and understand the differences between what was said then versus now. So let's forget about the old ones. Women are emotional, but men can also be emotional. Men are tough, but women can also be tough. Women are dependent, they can also be independent too. And women are indecisive, men can be indecisive too. Cultivation theory proposes that the media in general and social media in particular serves as a common mode of communication and central arenas for emotional stories, which explains the media's role in shaping conceptions of close relationships. Overall, cultures of communication has changed from the way we perceive things and accept things through social media, especially Instagram, which has become the reason to these changes.